Have you ever truly listened not just with your ears, but with your heart? Imagine a world where we not only hear words but deeply understand the feelings and intentions behind them. Today, let's embark together on a beautiful journey, uncovering the profound power that lies in listening wholeheartedly. This simple yet powerful practice has the potential to transform our relationships, enhance our lives, and elevate our inner peace. Listening with your heart is more than just a skill, it's an art form, a compassionate act that connects souls and builds bridges between hearts. It invites us to slow down, to silence our inner noise, and to tune into the deeper whispers of life that often go unnoticed. When we listen deeply, we move beyond the mere sounds and words, diving into a world of empathy, understanding, and authentic connection. The teachings of Buddhism illuminate the path of heartfelt listening beautifully, highlighting it as an essential component of mindful living and compassionate interaction. According to Buddhist wisdom, true listening requires mindfulness and presence. It demands that we fully engage, not judging, but accepting and understanding. In doing so, we embrace the sacred act of giving someone our complete attention, honoring their feelings and experiences as valuable. As we journey deeper today, we'll explore a touching story about a young boy who discovered a simple seashell on the beach and began to listen not merely to the echoes of the ocean, but to the profound truths of the universe within himself. Through this boy's experience, we will discover powerful insights into the transformative strength of genuine, heartfelt listening. So, take a deep breath and prepare to open your heart, for today is about cultivating a mindful awareness that can awaken and uplift your life. Together, let's discover how listening deeply can become your greatest strength and source of joy. In a small coastal village, bathed by the gentle rhythm of the sea, lived a curious little boy named Ethan. He was captivated by the ocean, spending countless hours walking along the sandy beaches, marveling at the waves as they whispered ancient secrets to the shore. Ethan was known in his village for his joyful heart, boundless curiosity, and his special way of listening deeply and sincerely with his whole heart. One early morning, as the sun painted the sky in hues of pink and gold, Ethan wandered along the shoreline. His eyes sparkled with wonder as he picked up stones, shells, and bits of driftwood, examining each piece carefully as if each one had its own story to tell. His little feet traced the outlines left by retreating tides, and his heart danced with the rhythm of nature. It was on this very morning that Ethan spotted something extraordinary: a large, exquisitely beautiful seashell, glistening in the early sunlight. Its curves were smooth, spiraling gently inward, mesmerizing him instantly. With awe and reverence, Ethan picked it up, holding it gently to his ear. He had heard stories about shells holding the sound of the ocean within them, But now, he yearned to experience it for himself. At first, all Ethan could hear was silence, quiet, profound, deep silence. Yet, his curiosity encouraged him to remain still, patient, and to listen even more intently. As he closed his eyes and surrendered to the moment, the world around him faded. Slowly, faintly at first, he began to hear a gentle whisper, a subtle echo resonating from the depths of the shell. The whisper gradually grew into the unmistakable, soothing rush of ocean waves. His heart leaped with joy. Ethan realized that in his patience and willingness to listen deeply, he had unlocked a hidden world. It was not just the sounds of the ocean he discovered. It was as if the shell was sharing ancient wisdom, echoing lessons of patience, mindfulness, and the powerful beauty found in simply listening with an open heart. Excited and inspired, Ethan carried the shell back to the village, eager to share this profound discovery with others. He approached his grandfather, a wise elder revered for his gentle spirit and profound understanding of life's mysteries. Ethan enthusiastically held the shell up, recounting how the soft whispers grew louder as he listened more deeply. His grandfather smiled warmly, recognizing the significance of Ethan's experience. "You have uncovered one of life's greatest secrets, my child," he spoke softly, eyes twinkling with joy and wisdom. Listening deeply, with your entire heart, opens doors to understanding and compassion. The shell is merely a reflection of the universe. It reminds us that when we truly listen, we can hear not only the ocean, but the heartbeats and stories of everyone around us. Ethan's encounter with the shell quickly spread throughout the village, inspiring young and old alike to practice the art of listening from the heart. Villagers began to approach conversations differently, no longer simply waiting for their turn to speak, but genuinely hearing and feeling the emotions behind words spoken by their loved ones, neighbors, and even strangers. Relationships flourished, misunderstandings diminished, and the village became a warmer, more harmonious place. In time, Ethan learned that the seashell's magic was not within the shell itself, but within the act of mindful listening. The ocean's whispers reminded him of the importance of silence, patience, and presence, core teachings deeply rooted in the wisdom of the Buddha. The Buddha taught that mindfulness and compassion are keys to a peaceful, meaningful life. Ethan recognized these teachings in his own experience, as the seashell taught him that every sound, every voice, and every silence carries the potential for profound understanding if one is willing to listen deeply. From that day forward, Ethan continued his journey through life, listening to stories shared by those around him with compassion, empathy, and an open heart. He realized that his ability to truly listen had transformed him and those around him. Ethan understood that listening deeply was a form of meditation, a practice of being fully present and attentive to life itself. The beautiful seashell remained a cherished reminder, carefully placed in Ethan's room. Each day, he would pause, holding the shell to his ear briefly, reconnecting with that initial moment of profound clarity. It reminded him to always slow down, quiet his mind, and listen deeply to himself, others, and the wisdom of the world around him. Through Ethan's heartfelt journey and discovery, the village embraced the power of true listening, becoming a beacon of compassion and harmony. Ethan's story taught everyone a beautiful truth, that when we listen with our entire being, we create a space for deeper connections, genuine understanding, and boundless compassion to flourish in our hearts and lives. In life, every simple story holds a profound lesson if we are willing to listen, not just with our ears but with our hearts. The tale of the boy and the seashell beautifully embodies this timeless truth. As the boy held the shell close to his ear, seeking to hear the distant whispers of the ocean, he discovered something deeper, the resonance of his own heartbeat, a gentle reminder of his connection to the vast universe. What we learn from this simple yet profound experience is clear. When we listen with genuine openness and sincerity, we connect not only with others but also deeply with ourselves. Buddhism teaches us that true listening, or deep listening, is the very essence of compassion and mindfulness. It is the path that guides us to a deeper understanding, bringing harmony and clarity into our lives. As the Buddha once taught, mindfulness begins when we quiet our minds, opening the heart to fully embrace the present moment. Deep listening, according to Buddhist teachings, is about embracing stillness within ourselves. It is the practice of silencing the inner noise, the judgments, assumptions, and distractions that cloud our perceptions. Only then can we truly hear what the world around us and our inner selves are communicating. This profound form of listening isn't merely about hearing words. It's about sensing emotions, intentions, and the underlying truths behind spoken messages. Consider how transformative deep listening can be in your daily interactions. Imagine approaching conversations with friends, family, or coworkers with the same curiosity and openness as the boy holding the seashell. When you engage with others in this mindful manner, your relationships flourish, conflicts diminish, and empathy blossoms. Each interaction becomes an opportunity for personal growth and mutual understanding. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that suffering often arises from misunderstanding, misinterpretation, or ignorance. By cultivating deep listening, we reduce these sources of suffering, replacing confusion and frustration with clarity and compassion. Through genuine listening, we recognize the interconnectedness of all beings, fostering a sense of unity and shared humanity. Let's reflect on real-life scenarios where deep listening has had transformative power. Think about moments when someone truly listened to you, providing comfort, and healing simply by their attentive presence. Recall times when you deeply listened to someone else and how it strengthened your bond, resolving misunderstandings and bringing peace. These experiences illustrate the practical and spiritual benefits of mindful listening. Practicing deep listening requires intentional effort. Begin by setting aside moments in your day specifically to listen without interruption or judgment. You might practice this with a loved one, dedicating time solely to understanding their perspective. Allow them to speak freely, absorbing their words, tone, and body language, responding only after fully processing their message. You'll discover that this method not only enhances your connection but also enriches your emotional intelligence and wisdom. Moreover, Buddhism encourages us to extend this deep listening practice inward, developing an intimate awareness of our thoughts and emotions. By mindfully observing our internal experiences, we learn to listen compassionately to our own hearts. This self-awareness becomes a foundation for emotional resilience, helping us respond to life's challenges with equanimity and grace. Thus, deep listening becomes an essential tool for personal development, fostering inner peace and emotional maturity. It allows us to navigate life's complexities with compassion and wisdom, providing clarity amid confusion. Through regular practice, we learn to replace automatic reactions with thoughtful responses, building harmonious relationships and inner tranquility. As you embrace deep listening, remember the story of the boy and the seashell. Let it inspire you to approach every conversation, every encounter, with a heart wide open. Recognize that every interaction has the potential to teach and transform you. Through mindful listening, we cultivate a life enriched by empathy, understanding, and profound connections. Let this lesson motivate you to act immediately. Begin today. Pause, breathe deeply, and commit to truly hearing those around you. Observe the positive ripple effect this creates, not only within your immediate relationships but also in your broader community. Witness the peace and joy that emerges from listening deeply and authentically. Indeed, listening with your heart is more than a skill. It is a spiritual practice. It invites us to live fully in the present, to engage with the world around us meaningfully, and to nurture genuine compassion and insight. It teaches us to recognize and value the interconnectedness of all life. In conclusion, allow the wisdom of Buddhism and the gentle story of the boy and his seashell to guide you toward a deeper practice of listening. Embrace this powerful habit, knowing that each moment of deep, heartfelt listening brings you closer to true understanding and inner peace. Let the whispers of your heart be your compass, guiding you through the complexities of life with compassion and clarity, and illuminating the path toward a more mindful, fulfilling existence. When we truly wish to transform our lives, intention alone is never enough. Action, practical intentional, and heartfelt action is what shapes our destiny. You've now discovered the profound power that lies in the art of listening with your heart. But the journey doesn't end with understanding alone. It's time to put this beautiful lesson into practice, into every day, every interaction, every breath you take. To embrace listening from the heart, we must first nurture our awareness. Let's begin with the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the gateway to inner peace and compassion, two essential qualities of effective listening. Every morning, set aside a quiet moment to simply breathe and observe your mind. Feel the air entering and leaving your body. Allow yourself to become grounded in the present moment. As your mind settles, visualize your heart opening, becoming receptive, compassionate, and attentive to everything around you. Next, start actively cultivating empathy. When someone is speaking, deliberately pause your internal dialogue. Resist the impulse to immediately respond or judge. Instead, fully immerse yourself in the speaker's words, tone, and feelings. Notice their expressions and emotions. In Buddhist teachings, this is known as deep listening, listening with the sole intention of easing another person's suffering, bringing understanding and peace. By practicing empathy intentionally, you'll find your relationships becoming richer and your own heart expanding in kindness. Additionally, practice the art of reflective listening. Reflective listening involves gently repeating or summarizing what you've heard to ensure clarity and understanding. It's more than a technique, it's an act of kindness, an acknowledgement of the other's worth. When someone speaks, respond by saying, "What I hear you saying is," or "I understand that you're feeling." This practice assures others that their thoughts and emotions are valued, building bridges of connection rooted in trust and compassion. Beyond personal relationships, applying heart-centered listening in your professional life or community can lead to transformative results. Whether you're leading a team, supporting a friend, or even mediating a conflict, approaching each situation with heartfelt attention can guide everyone involved toward mutual understanding and resolution. Remember, authentic leadership is not about dominating the conversation, it's about creating space for genuine dialogue, where each person feels heard, respected, and understood. To integrate this practice into your daily life, consider setting clear intentions every morning. Silently affirm to yourself, "Today, I will listen deeply and compassionately. I will speak less and understand more." Use this affirmation as your guiding principle throughout the day, returning to it whenever you feel distracted or disconnected. Remember, in Buddhism, intentions are powerful seeds. When nourished through conscious action, they blossom into meaningful, positive change. Finally, take time each evening to reflect on your interactions. How deeply did you listen? Did your heart remain open? Were there moments where you could have listened better or more compassionately? These moments of reflection are opportunities for continuous growth, gentle reminders of your ongoing commitment to compassionate living. Imagine the ripple effect of your heartfelt listening spreading through your family, your workplace, and your community. One compassionate listener can transform countless lives. That listener can be you. Begin today. Commit yourself fully. Your genuine listening can ease suffering, resolve conflicts, and nurture profound connections, leaving the world brighter and more compassionate than before. My friends, the path of mindfulness and compassion begins with you. Practice wholeheartedly, consistently, and watch your life blossom beautifully, guided by the timeless wisdom of the Buddha. As we come to the end of this beautiful journey together, let's take a moment to reflect deeply on the power of truly listening with our hearts. Just as the young boy discovered the profound voice of the ocean within a simple seashell, we too can uncover extraordinary wisdom and compassion when we quiet our minds and open our hearts to others. Listening isn't merely hearing words. It is understanding, connecting, and embracing life in its entirety. By cultivating this skill, we not only nurture our own inner peace, but also forge stronger, more compassionate bonds with those around us. Remember, my friends, that genuine listening is an act of pure kindness and embodiment of the Buddha's teachings on compassion, mindfulness, and empathy. It bridges divides, heals wounds, and transforms relationships. Right now, each one of us has the power to choose empathy over judgment, openness over resistance, and love over indifference. Each day presents countless opportunities for us to practice listening deeply, and through that practice, to profoundly enrich our lives and the lives of others. I wholeheartedly encourage you to carry this powerful message forward. Pause, breathe, and listen deeply. Let this become a daily practice. Share this enlightening story with those you care about. Discuss its profound lesson with your family and friends. And together, let's create a world rooted in understanding and kindness. One powerful insight that resonated deeply within me after reflecting upon the story of the young boy and the seashell is the profound realization that true listening requires patience. In today's fast-paced world, we often rush through conversations, always eager to respond, rarely pausing to truly understand the underlying messages being conveyed. Much like the boy who patiently held the seashell against his ear, waiting quietly until the gentle whispers of the ocean reached his heart, we too must learn to slow down, quiet our restless minds, and embrace the wisdom that emerges from patience and presence. From my personal experience, I have noticed how transformative the simple act of patient listening can be. I recall moments when I allowed my judgments or impatience to drown out someone's voice, missing valuable lessons hidden beneath their words. But when I learned to pause, to offer my undivided attention, I discover not only deeper connections with others but a profound inner peace as well. Listening patiently, I've learned, is an act of genuine compassion, an act that aligns perfectly with Buddha's teachings about mindfulness and understanding. Another important lesson I took from this story is recognizing the value of curiosity. Just as the boy's open-hearted curiosity led him to experience the ocean sounds through the seashell, maintaining a curious mind allows us to continuously learn, grow, and deepen our relationships with the world around us. When we approach others with curiosity rather than assumptions, we create space for new insights and shared experiences. Ultimately, the lessons of patience and curiosity remind us that true wisdom and meaningful connections arise when we intentionally slow down, open our hearts, and truly listen, just like that young boy discovering the ocean within a seashell. And finally, if you found inspiration, hope, or even a small spark of insight from this message today, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world to me, and it fuels my passion for continuing to share stories, teachings, and messages that uplift and empower us all. Together, we grow wiser, kinder, and more compassionate. Let's keep this beautiful journey going. Until next time, remember, listen deeply, speak gently, and live fully. Namaste.